Hello, everyone. My name is JD Calderon, and this is Of Mice and
Wolves. Ow! This is the comic book workshop show where we help other indie creators work out any kind of issues that they might be having in the comic book industry, whether that's Kickstarter or it's they're working on production or what have you. So without further ado, let's start bringing in our guests. Onrie, how you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Why don't you tell the good people who you are, what you do, and why you're here? Or at least the first two. We'll get to the why soon.
Of course. My name is Onrie Kompan. I am a publisher for my company, Onrie Kompan Productions. I've been publishing for 17 years. Those of you guys who tend to go to comic conventions may have seen me over there. I do a lot of comic conventions, about 20 shows a year. I am currently running a Kickstarter for my signature series, Yu Sing Shen.
Nice. Very nice. 20 shows a year? Why so few? You got 52 weeks a year, Onrie.
I know, I literally know a guy who does 51 shows a year.
That's insane. Listen, the 20
that has to be all he does, right? Because if it's if he's doing one a week, I mean, that's basically he only has 1 week off.
Yeah, no, it's wild. I mean, you just gotta kind of make the most out of what shows you do, and
it's amazing that there is actually one every week of the year, though.
Oh yeah, there's multiple. There's multiple every weekend.
Crazy.
It is wild. Yeah.
All right, Michael.
How you doing? My name is Michael Connors. I am the creator of a comic book called Conrad Van Cottonmouth, and I have a Kickstarter going on right now. It's about a rabbit that gets abducted by aliens, becomes super smart, comes back to Earth, and he could build any machine, and he could build a machine to teleport anywhere on the world. But the thing about Conrad is that he's still just a rabbit. He's nonverbal. He's sort of a catalyst for the story that revolves around him. And it's a super fun, kind of dark comedy sci-fi. And it's definitely worth checking out.
Very nice.
Thank you.
What's going on, guys? Long time no see. Onrie, I think I'm getting almost every weekend cons. And I'm like,
dude, you're everywhere.
I'm not gonna get burned out, and then I'm starting to go, oh wait, I forgot about actually all the logistics steps you have to take, the planning. I'm like,
you're making it work, dude.
Yeah, so far. But I'm Vaughn Coleman. My comic book is Phenomenova. We're literally $8 shy of 7,000 raised. It's a superhero story set 20 years after World War III and follows a brand new generation of heroes inspired by the veterans that fought during the war. We got our 4th issue now, which is kind of concluding my first arc. So I'm really excited about that.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right. So now that we have the introductions out of the way, gentlemen, for the way that this show works is that we will take each of you individually, and then we will kind of ask what the issue is that you are having, and then we'll kind of all go, the rest of us will go around and ask clarification questions to try and gauge what you've already done, so that we're not giving you like our thoughts that's something that you might have already tried, because we want to make this the most productive as possible. So Onrie, let's start with you, sir, since you have a 10 o'clock for us and 9 o'clock for you dropout.
Yeah, doing a live sale in an hour. So yeah, but thanks for making time for me to go first, and Vaughn and Michael, thank you guys for letting me go ahead. I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Onrie, what is the issue, sir, and how can we help?
It's funny because just today, that's when I started having issues. So just
just today.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. So last night I hit my 50% line. I went past 50% on my Kickstarter campaign. And I'm like, okay, cool, awesome. I finally did it. And I didn't lose any backers, but my backers decreased their pledges. So I went from being at $2,508 to now being stuck at $2,462. And I'm like, what's up, Paige? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Or Alfred. Sorry, my bad.
He says that.
No, he puts his last name first, but he's the man. I love him. Torchbearer is a great series. Yeah, it's just like I mean, it's not really a problem wouldn't say. Like, I made an update today. I shot out a new newsletter. I put some new rewards up. So we got some. I put up like a virgin foil that we're only doing like 10 copies of, and I did another variant cover that's kind of like an absolute sketch cover type of thing that we're going to put up there too. So it's like I added some things, and I sent out a newsletter to like over 5,000 people. And, you know, I don't want to get annoying on Facebook. You know, I'm like kind of limiting myself to like one post a day. And I'm happy overall. It's just kind of annoying when you get like past a certain threshold and then, you know, someone's like, you know, backing down. And like the back downs were like really weird. It was like someone just decreased their pledge by $5. Excuse me. Another person was at like 15 and then they went down to $1. So it was just like, you know, I guess this is just kind of like that mid-campaign, you know, like lull or whatever. I don't know. But I mean, it's always good to hear what I could be doing better. And, you know, I'm always open to it. And, you know, I think we had a really strong start to the campaign. I hope we can, I'm pretty certain we can hit our goal. I'd like to go above it if we can, but, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, this is weird.
Okay.
Well, not weird. It's expected.
I'll shout you out my next thing.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
And I was gonna ask you, would you rather me buy it from you in person, or would you rather me? I'll whatever helps out.
I mean, I don't know. It's really what's convenient for you too. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, obviously that's more convenient. Is me just like, oh, I'm here. But
yeah,
I've had people where it's like, oh, if you know, because you want to help with the mid camp. The slump is always annoying, but you just need those few to push you out of it. Luckily, I mean, I'm at the mid campaign right now. I'm lucky. This is the first time I'm like, what's going on? There's no slump. So I don't know.
So he's short on time. Let's get to the. I'm still not exactly sure what the question or issue is.
Sorry.
I mean, you know,
sorry about that.
That's it's all right. Before we jump into the suggestions and offerings, like we're in the question stage still.
Sorry.
So Onrie, what like? I mean, you kind of like went across the board, and you know, I guess is your most frustrating thing is like that you're dropping, or is it what can you do to kind of get past that? Like what?
Yeah, what can I do to get past it? Because it's not like I'm losing backers, but people are decreasing pledges. You know, I want to try and get more people on there. Like what can I be doing right now to convert like people who are watching the campaign? Like what more can I be doing right now to try and get people during this lull, aside from, you know, the things that I already mentioned?
All right. Does anybody have any questions about what he's been trying or anything?
I would. I mean, what I've been doing is I've been annoying. I mean, like annoying on socials is helpful. Like you gotta
not suggestions, questions.
Oh, wait! I asked a question in regard to his question.
No, you're asking what he's done so that like you're not.
Oh, okay. So I'm so.
For
sorry.
example, like if you say, "Hey, are you emailing people?"
And
yes, he already said that he's emailing people. You know what I mean? Like we're asking questions to find out what he's already tried.
All right.
So that we're not offering the same advice that he's already done.
Okay. Are you
as an interrogation?
Okay, my bad.
Yes, remember the last time we were on, this is interrogation mode.
Yes, I blanked out. I'm getting the deja vu. I'm like, I've gone through this exact character.
Well, Vaughn is very anti-interrogation. So
I know, yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm pro interrogation,
okay,
which is why I'm like,
you just got to word it so that he understands.
The whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm
we're
slow.
interrogating Onrie now.
All right. So do you have a calendar, and are you booking a show to get on like every single night?
Not every single night, but I have booked a few shows. So yeah, I mean, I probably should get a little bit more aggressive of, you know, being on more shows and making more appearances. That would help. Yeah, definitely something for me to make note of. In fact, I'll do that right now.
Michael, do you have any questions for Onrie?
I do. So are you utilizing the Kickstarter update as far as sending out updates and cross promotions and things like that?
Yeah, so I did send an update. I haven't done any cross promoting yet, and that's, you know, I'll make note of that too. That's actually a good idea.
I think
what I did was I hosted a creator hangout last week. So like I did, I started with that. I just have been very, very like being pulled in a lot of different directions, but I was planning to do a cross promotion thing. So it's just good that you reminded me. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And the are you only on Meta like Facebook for promoting?
I've mostly been promoting on
Facebook.
I've mostly been doing Facebook. I mean, sometimes I'll push on Instagram, but like I find Twitter to be a really fleeting kind of like audience now. So it's like I don't think I've posted anything on Twitter in like a year and a half. I just haven't been using it at all because it just never really did anything for me. And Instagram, I mean, I use it, pretty frequently, but it's just there's so many of these freaking social media platforms now. It's hard to keep track of any of them, like which one I should be using. Like there's Blue Sky now. I don't freaking want to use Blue Sky, like I don't want to use all these, but I get it. Some of them might be better or whatever, but I noticed they're all pretty much the same, and pretty much everybody's got a Facebook account. So I'm like, I have the biggest following on Facebook, so I have been primarily sticking to what I know works for me.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's my questions, I think, for now.
Yeah.
JD, do you have anything?
Not really. So that would be no. I have a few suggestions, which I know you don't want me to give yet.
You will save those until the time, sir.
They're saved.
That's my bad.
They've been slotted.
All right. Are you using anything like BackerKit Launch or the new follower update that Kickstarter just put out?
No, I haven't been using that. I tried using BackerKit in a previous campaign, and it really didn't do anything for me. I haven't, I'm sure I'm not using it correctly. So I haven't really utilized all these tools. And I don't understand what this new thing allows you to do on Kickstarter. Like I can message backers directly. Like
so it's no, the way the following works, from my understanding, is it's people who have already followed your page, like the pre-launch page, or if they're following you now during the live, you can send a message to the followers who have not backed, or an update.
Okay.
I think it's an update settings. Like, so you do an update like you would everybody else, but I think it's just for the followers. At least from what I read, I could be wrong.
I remember Travis mentioning it on his live stream
last week. Yeah,
last week. So I mean,
they just sent an email out today or yesterday about it.
Yeah, and I see like, okay, so it's visible to public notifications. Well, like I'm going to the creative update page here, and I don't know how do you target those specific people?
Yeah, that's something that I haven't quite figured out yet either, to be honest. But like I said, I just was wondering if you tried it.
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, it's a good way to, and I got quite a few project followers. So it would be nice to reach out to these people and be like, hey, we added some new rewards, and I would love that, but I don't know how to reach those people specifically. I don't see it on there yet.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions for Onrie before we get into the answer section that everybody wants it into?
No, so let's answer.
Okay, so let's let Vaughn go since he was ready.
Yeah, I got in reverse order. I forgot that there's like a method to this.
Yeah, there's a method to the madness, yes.
I just tweeted out about it, so hopefully that helps.
Thanks a lot, Vaughn. I appreciate that. I see that.
Yeah, it took me a full 10 seconds.
So let that be a note to everybody out there. If you've backed a campaign, we appreciate a good 10-second share.
Just share it on all. Like I just copy and paste, share it on all. But first of all, Onrie, reach out. See this again. We talk all the time. Be aggressive with me, Vaughn. Get me on your show. Come on, I'll get you on my show. But I would say with answers, scheduling live shows is good. Honestly, one thing someone told me, now keep in mind, this is advice I don't always follow myself, which I should. But apparently, anytime from 9 a.m. To 11 a.m., at least Eastern, I don't know if it's consistent across the board, Eastern Standard Time is like the best time to post for algorithms. I don't know how accurate that is. But that's one thing I would say is really going out on socials, finding where haven't I posted yet? Because if you're just advertising the same people over and over again, it's good, but like reaching new people, I feel like is one of the big things. So I would just, bother everyone you know who either has a show or knows someone who has a show or might know someone who has a show. Is I guess one of the things I would do.
Cool.
Michael? Michael, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, since you were chomping at the bit earlier.
Yeah, no, let JD go ahead. I'm gonna formulate a question as my
okay. So one of the things I would suggest, and I don't know, you might have already have done this because of course I wasn't ready and I didn't ask it the question. But I see you running PDFs, right? And one of the things I did on my last crowdfunder, which worked, surprisingly enough, is like, and I don't know the situation you're in with your book. So I was wondering, if you have like something like a short story that maybe ties into the bigger story, or if you have something like, right now I see you're offering up issue 11. Do you have the first 3 or 4 pages to issue 12, or maybe the first 5 or 6 pages to issue 12, and then say once you hit a certain threshold, right, as a stretch goal, you offer those first 12 pages as a PDF only?
Yeah, so
right?
we're actually, that's a great suggestion. That's actually something we're doing. So I actually have a 3-page story that's not going to be published. That has artwork by the team. It's all done, ready to go. It's like our funding, or it's our funding goal, or it's not our funding goal. It's our stretch goal. So
right.
If we can hit $6,000 by the end of the campaign, that's the goal we'll unlock.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Because I mean, like I said, I did it on my last campaign. I didn't think it was going to do anything, but it got me about 25% more backers. So
okay.
It's funny because all you guys are doing way better than me. So I feel like any advice I give is like, I don't know if it's going to be helpful or not.
Anything can be helpful. It's like, it's always like the basics that you're always in a learning phase. And when you're doing all this stuff, it's easy to like forget even the most simple things. So it's always good. I've actually been making notes as you guys have been talking. So please, any suggestions, I'm all ears. Like, we're here to learn and help each other get better.
So I feel like the thing that definitely helps is to just keep the momentum going as far as the updates and the social media posts. And Meta, I understand that's like, it's a tried and true format, but it really doesn't hurt to branch out to these other ones, even though it seems like, I know they're all awful. I mean, every social media platform is just a complete cesspool. It's terrible. But, other than actually purchasing ads, which also doesn't seem to work, it's just kind of like that. I personally see it as a scattershot approach where you just utilize some of these automated tools like Buffer or something to that effect, where they schedule post and you just kind of have something generate this stuff for you and just disseminate it on all these different platforms and just send it out.
It's interesting. I definitely hear what you're saying. I'm definitely going to get on Twitter more now.
Yeah,
but it's interesting. What I noticed on one of my friends, he's put. You guys probably know this guy. You guys know H.H. Sherman, who's putting out Calico.
I know. Yeah. I do.
Yeah. So he put up a video today. He just put up an ad, just offering people like a preview of his book. He's got like 1,900 views on his, Facebook ad. I mean, he's launching in a couple weeks, but like, I was like, damn, that's really smart to just put up that, that short little thing and say, hey, you can check out a preview for free. online, that brings eyes to what you're doing. So I was thinking about doing like a reel or, or something like that,
Okay. So I have a few things. First of all, this is kind of like a for everybody kind of a mentality to kind of remember because somebody might drop their pledge doesn't necessarily mean that they're not interested, or because they're just like, oh, well, I don't want this higher thing anymore, I want this lower thing. It could be a life thing. For example, I actually did have somebody in my last campaign prior to this one say, hey, I usually get the physical, even it was like I think she was like the standard edition that was like $15-16, right? She's like, I'm going to go down to $1 because I'm having money trouble right now, but I don't want to drop off and hurt you. Right. So that's something just to keep in mind. So it's not like they're doing it against you. Like if they
I didn't feel like that at all. I get it. And these are tough times. I mean, this is
and I know a lot of people kind of get in their heads like that because we're all our worst enemy when it comes to this, right? So we all have that, like, oh no, what did I do wrong? Did I have too many updates? Did I have too many of this? Generally it's probably nothing you did, right? It's just life happens. They have to adjust, or it is what it is, right? So like when it comes to like the mid campaign, I always find having something to promote, to give away for free, finding like a reason, even if it's the most obscure, but it fits in with your book, is always a nice kind of like in the mid campaign promotion. Say, hey, if you back by this time, you get this. And then all your past or the people who are already backing, you're like, hey, you already get this because you've already backed by this X date, right? For me, I usually do the full moon, giveaway. I kind of like gauge my, set my dates around the full moon so that I can do that. And that's something that you if you have something in particular that is tied in with the book, or just kind of like say, hey, it's so-and-so's, I don't know, birthday or whatever, just to make something up. And you say this character is related to this or whatever, that, you can come up with any kind of, way to tie it in. Right. And give a print, 5x7 print's not that expensive to print out and give, you know what I mean? Or like, and doing the cross promotions, that's always great. But like, even just like going and like, if you're sharing other people's things on your page, they tend to often reciprocate too. So like, if you're, you know of a lot of people. So, and a lot of people are live. If you're sharing their stuff to your Facebook page, they thank you and then say, "Oh, well, I'm going to share yours as well." Right? That's kind of it's. Then you're kind of spreading the love everywhere, right? And you are great with being on video, and I've said this to you before. Like you are great at selling on video. You're great at selling in person. You need to capitalize on that on any platform you can.
That's a tricky thing. Like that's where Kickstarter kind of gets me, is like you miss that. You know what I mean? Like you got your video where you can do that, but like it's not the same thing. There's like that you have to really build that personal connection through successful campaigns and fulfillment. Honestly, I think that's the only way you're going to get those consistent buyers. But yeah.
But I mean, even like doing new, like, so like the more, and I like Facebook specifically talking to the algorithm likes different types of posts. So the more that and that's, so you said earlier that like you didn't want to feel spammy. Well, does Coke feel spammy when you see their commercial every 5 minutes during a commercial ad break?
Yes.
Yeah. So think about it this way. The big boys don't care, right? They don't care if they're spamming. And really, sometimes it just takes like, people don't pay attention to, they're scrolling. They're like the 100th time they see something, they're like, oh, wait, what was that? That seems familiar.
And even then they might be like, I'll back it later. And then you need to remind them later. Otherwise, like, I can't tell you how many times I'm like, I've seen it, I'm going to back it. And then I don't see it again. But if I see it again, I see it 5 more times, I'm 5 times more likely to buy it.
Yeah. So I mean, don't be afraid to spam on social media specifically. I mean, don't go to groups and spam, because that's that's a
or get creative with your spamming if you're going to do it. You're like, oh, I have an update we're about to hit this milestone. We're so
Right,
close
yes.
to hitting this milestone.
Exactly.
That's
Tout
how
it.
I, throw something for someone else. Hey, I'll update, that's one of the things.
Yeah, no, these are great suggestions, guys. I'm going to post. I haven't posted that I'm even up on Kickstarter on Twitter. I just haven't.
Oh,
I haven't
a
actually.
suggestion for
engaged.
Twitter. I have a
Yeah.
suggestion for Twitter to get more engagement. Post a picture from the book, preferably. I mean, you have a hot chick on your covers. That's already good.
Yeah.
Post that picture. Tag 10 different people in that picture. You can tag me or whoever who you think might retweet it.
Okay.
And then post the link underneath that. And you can even say in the tweet, check it out below. So that way they have that. You're 10 times more likely to get retweeted. And then people look, oh, I want to see more of this. They click below. That's one of the things I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, that's why we need young people on.
Yeah,
Absolutely. No, I totally agree with that. I mean, that's one of the things that I love about Vaughn is that he's young and he's
He brings that youth
out there
along.
doing it.
Yeah, one of the things I do is I scroll through my verified followers and I'm like, which 10 can I get this time to bother? And then if even one of them retweets it, I'm like, yes, cool.
Yeah.
But if none of them do, it's like no skin off my. You don't owe me anything. But if
Yeah.
I'm like, who might retweet it? This guy might retweet it.
And kind of like, and somebody had brought up Facebook ads. They work if you do them right. Now, I'm saying this because you can't just go out there and throw up an ad and expect it to happen, right? You need to have your Facebook pixel on your website, and you have to kind of feed that audience, right? That's a building step that takes years to build. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. If you're just doing it your own account and you're just throwing money at Facebook on your personal account, yes, you are definitely wasting money. But if you have a Facebook pixel and you have it attached to your website and you're sending people and feeding back and forth and they're interacting with your posts, your website, all that stuff, then you run the ads. You've already got your kind of a built-in audience that you're feeding off of. And then that's when the algorithm says, this is your audience. We're going to feed these ads to them. That's, again, and I've learned that over time, plus taking Tyler James's classes for Comics Launch. Anybody out there want to listen to his podcast? He's not making a bunch of new ones now, but he still has past ones. But again, that for me, ads have been working. But it's taken me, how long have I been doing this, JD? Since 20, like doing
How long have you been doing this, Rob?
Well, officially 2016. My first campaign failed because I was too aggressive with my funding goal for 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
But
now 20,000 is like a snooze fest for you.
Well, now, but at first when I didn't have an audience, that's the other thing is people forget like that they got to build that audience. Kickstarter is the venue.
And then maintain it.
Yes.
Too. Maintain it.
Yeah, don't be a dick. But like, and kind of like going to that where we were saying about your friend was, sending out the free stuff to people who are signing up through that ad or whatever. That's something you want to do before, right? You want to get your email list primed with a bunch of new people who are interested in your book, so like, if you have like your first issue that you want to send out for free, go to this landing page, sign up for our email list. You get this for free. And now you're
right.
Now
yeah. No, I did that too. I mean, like, I've also taken Tyler's class, some really great stuff in there. And I mean, there's just so many different things, especially when you're writing newsletters. It's like coming up with the right kind of title for your newsletter, how to engage and, how to create that goodwill on Kickstarter. It's all really important.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of stuff, but I always suggest go into your strengths. And this is kind of going back to you making videos of you selling the book. You have this thing where you rally people around you when you're talking about your book.
Mm-hmm.
Like your con presence is bar none one of the best. And you show that. And when you're on your shows selling, you know what you're talking about and you sell, right?
Yeah.
You need to take that same energy in a reel on Facebook, on Twitter, or TikTok or whatever, any reels that you can put out there in that same little thing, and just, or do like, let's say you do a half hour straight of talking about this stuff, all this stuff, doing how you would talking to somebody at a con, break that up into several talking points that are specifically good to hit and put those out as like 2-minute reels. And you can spread that out, schedule those. And that means, and you don't have to, you can do that in like an hour, just scheduling all those out. And then you have a couple days of content that you don't have to post because it's already spread out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even just different ways to pitch your book to keep it fresh. Yeah.
This is all such good food for thought, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time to look at this and to really give me your thoughts. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, Onrie, the first time we met was at Steel City Con, but you don't even remember
it was just there.
Really?
Yeah,
was it at Steel City?
It was at Steel City Con, probably, I would say 2020-ish, maybe 2019, somewhere around.
Yeah.
And it was I wasn't tabling at the time. I happened to be there with my wife and kids, and you chopped me with the bookmark, man. Like, and I bought every book you had at the time.
Man.
And then, like, when we met again online, I was like, hey, I know this guy.
No, dude, I've honestly have been really impressed with what you've done, and again, you have a really great book that sells really well on my show, and it's always great to see other people succeeding in this field and to learn from them. So I appreciate all you guys, and meeting all you guys is great.
Yeah, like I said, use your strengths, man. That's you got it. You know what you got to do. Just boom, sit down and do it.
Yep. No, that's that. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm already doing it. It's like, no, I'm not kidding. Like what Vaughn said, I just did it right now.
I'm literally I'm like, have I done that today? I'm like, stupid.
So, it's all great stuff, and this is the kind of thing where, as you guys are telling me this, it's like I can't not do it. So like, going back to what I said to Michael earlier, it's like if I hear something or there's the basics, and it's easy to forget the basics when you're involved in more complicated stuff. Like while I've had this campaign going, I've been reworking my entire booth setup for conventions. So it's like it's easy to forget that one small thing, because like the conventions are where I make my money. So, putting a lot of energy into redoing my banners, my tablecloths, and all this stuff while running a campaign, you can miss something. It's like it's easy. And I got sick last week. All kinds of things happen. So when you just get that reminder, and again, Rob, what you were saying, like, don't be shy about being annoying. Like, well, Coke's annoying. There's no reason not to be annoying about it. So, but both you and Vaughn have really hammered home that point. I really appreciate both of you guys for saying that, because it's like you're not going to get there any other way.
So I'm going to give you the opportunity to just, pitch it to us.
Absolutely. Yes, let me pitch it. So, Eastern Shin is about is a comic book trilogy that I've been publishing for the last 17 years now. It's about a Korean admiral that actually existed. He was outnumbered against the Japanese samurai, and he never lost a battle against them. So as I mentioned, it's a 12-issue series. We just published issue 11, so that's being printed now. And we already got our advanced copies in. So the books are actually arriving in Chicago, 3 days after the campaign finishes. So we're expecting rapid fulfillment on this. And it's the second to last issue of the series. Our books have seen multiple printings. Our very first issue has seen 11 printings. And every other book has been reprinted a few times already. So we are trying to fund that 11th issue, which introduces a new character. We added some really cool rewards today. As I mentioned, we're doing a foil variant, which is the A cover with it's a version of the 11 cover, and it's going to be done foil. So that's it right there. So we're doing a foil of that, and then if you scroll down just a little bit more, you'll see what we're going to do here. So we're doing this sketch variant cover 2. We're only doing 10 of those. They're available as a reward tier and as an add-on. And any book you get comes signed by me. We're also going to be hooking you guys up with new bookmarks, and our stretch goal reward is a special story that's written by our editor Chuck Pino, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to tell you more about this character we're introducing in this 11th issue. She's this really sexy, crazy, weird character that I think you guys are all going to love. And and I'm always at comic conventions, and I'll be doing a live sale in about 20 minutes, and I'm just going to be showcasing all kinds of comics. I've been reading comics my whole life, big fan. We've got a huge collection, and I'm obsessed with our industry. I love this. I love this game.
Cool. So you're at 72 backers. You got 14 days. You're about your midway point. So, you got some you got some hustling to do, but you'll make it.
Yes, sir. Definitely
Yeah.
have some.
And Onrie, if you want to get on my show, let me know when you're.
Yeah, I do actually. We were talking about that. I'll message you. I'll message you later on. And,
if you want to do it tomorrow, let me know. If not, we'll find another day.
Yeah, no, tomorrow's actually perfect. I'm not.
Okay, cool. Do anything during the day?
During the day's fine. Yeah, we could do during
All right,
the
let's
day.
do something. All right, let me know when it works.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for letting me go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you for being so understanding. And
And Onrie, if you want to, I don't know if you're available, but on the 3rd, I have a slot if you want to come on. That's a Sunday. I know you got shows, so I don't know.
No, actually, I don't. The third's perfect. Yeah, it's 2 days.
Come on,
before
for
our
rookie
campaign.
numbers. Even I got a show that day, and it's my sister's birthday. Come on.
Wow. Look at this.
I
All
learned
right.
from him, by
So,
the way.
all
I
right,
will
cool.
ask him what shows to do.
I'm in.
Gotcha.
Count me in for Sunday. Vaughn, we'll do something tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So,
I hope we helped.
yes.
Oh, you guys absolutely help. This is great. I love it. You guys keep JD, Rob, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Much respect to you. Mike, Vaughn, good luck to you guys with your campaign. I'm sorry I got to duck out. I'm going live in 20 minutes, and I just got to make sure everything looks pretty before I hit that button.
No,
Take care, gentlemen. Thank you again. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. Take care. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
See you.
Rob, good luck to you
Thank
too, man. Kick some ass on that campaign.
All right. Michael, so how can we help you, sir?
So I think I'm in a sort of unique position that I'm single creator, doing everything, working full-time job, and have twin kids. And I'm trying to find that spot where I go beyond just having this small engaged audience and with just me creating this, and then going to the next level, to the next plateau. Like, how do I build this out further into a sustainable business?
Okay. So, Vaughn, do you have any interrogation questions?
You know what's funny? Because these are great questions. Interrogation questions. See, now I know the prompt and I'm blanking out. I guess
All right. Well, you want to think about it for a moment? I can.
I'll
maybe...
think about it. Yeah.
All right. Think about it for a moment. I got a couple questions. I'll ask you the obvious ones, Michael.
Go ahead.
Do
Shoot.
you have a mailing list?
I do.
Okay.
About
You
200 or 300. It's about 300 people.
Okay, that's fine. What is it? You're doing local shows?
I just actually started doing shows last year, and I am doing local ones. I'm getting on a plane it's a bit challenging.
Oh
for
yeah,
me, so.
trust me, I know.
Yeah, I did. So I go as far as Baltimore. I have family down. My in-laws are down there, and I do around the area in New Jersey.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, now I got it.
Cool.
All right.
I got. Are you doing campaign swaps with other creators? Like
I just did yesterday. Yeah, on the cross promotion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Vaughn, it's all yours.
There we go. Yeah, I needed my moment. All right. Are you, when it comes to conventions, are you looking at like convention lists, like on websites? If you just look up conventions 2026, for example, Comic Conventions 2026. There are like entire lists you could just literally scroll through. Are you looking at those?
I do. I mean, I try and find what conventions I can go to, but I'm trying to limit it to how many I can actually pull off within a year because just the logistics of it. So I'm not going to be able to do the 50 like that other guy. But
no worries. I mean, I do probably like 6 max a year.
Yeah, I think I could do 3. So I got to be really choosy as like which ones I can do. I mean, my focus, cons are really good for me, but they're not my primary focus. I'm still trying to grow this audience, and like, I'm hoping to build this business outside of cons. But it seems that Kickstarter and cons is really where I seem to do the best. So,
okay. So I haven't seen the campaign yet, so I'm sure I'll have questions about that a little bit. But when you're what issue is this that you're doing? Is this one?
This is 3.
This is issue 3. Okay. Do you do the variant cover game where you have multiple covers, or are you just doing a single cover and trying to sell that?
So I did variant covers for issues 1 and 2. This issue I didn't do variant covers.
Okay. And when you did variant covers, are you doing all of the art, or are you leveraging other artists' audience by having another artist do it?
It's a one-man show. It's all me. I'm not bringing anybody in. It's just a matter of budget. I have limited funds to kind of keep this going. But since I'm doing everything, I can kind of do it on the cheap. So this is where that question kind of comes, is like, now how do I scale this? Bringing in other artists, bringing in other.
Okay. So you said that you have an email list. How are you cultivating that email list? Are you just reaching out to people at cons when you go, or are you going online and saying, hey, sign up? Are you doing a free book or a free offer of any kind? Like, how are you building your list?
So it's actually pretty interesting because I've listened to JD's show a lot, and I'm like every week I'm like listening to you guys, and I've gotten a lot of great advice from it. And one of them was to have a sign up list at the con table and say, here, buy the book. And if they don't buy the book, say, well, that's okay. Sign up for the con. I will sign up for my list, and I'll give you the book free. And that works.
You're having the people who are buying it sign up too.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's true. I should pivot a little and have them sign up as well. But
yeah, you should.
I do get a big list of at the end of the con. They're all scribbled. Maybe 30% of them I can't even read, and then I like sign them up into my marketing account, and it works out great. I have the free sign up on the website, but I don't get the traffic, and I don't get the funnel's not working. I just redid the website, but it's not engaging the free signups as much as I'd like. I think I've gotten like 5 since I've implemented it. So I definitely have to investigate why that doesn't work as well as I'd like, or just get more traffic to the site. Maybe it's just
so. Speaking of traffic, how are you pushing people to the site? Because that is going to be, just because you built it, it doesn't mean they're going to come.
No, exactly. That's artist trade covers. I'll have to check that out. I'm not really, so driving traffic to the site's also a challenge. I mean, because as like everybody here, I'm faced with going through this terrible interface of meta ads, which are just awful, and checking out how the conversion's working, and then redoing the ads, and then I redo the ads, and meta just messes up everything. I'm really not a fan of that platform at all, and so doing paid ads either through Meta or TikTok or any of these other places that I could find. But like I said, I still have limited budget, so I don't really want to like keep focusing on that. But I do push on social media on just Facebook groups and stuff like that, and like Reddit and other places like that. Although Reddit can be quite challenging too, because quite often they just kind of
there's a lot of noise there.
Yeah, and they just yank you for.
Reddit mods.
They want to do that.
are like
What's
the
that?
worst. Reddit mods with god complexes.
Yeah,
They're like, I have power. I'm gonna ban everyone.
it's a gatekeeping. Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Crazy. They're like,
Well, I'm navigating that whole complex landscape with very limited funds. So as you can imagine, I'm not getting a lot of traffic.
it's tough.
I have one more question, and then if anybody else has one, we can jump in or go to the answers. So how many campaigns have you run so far through Kickstarter or any other crowdfunds?
3.
Just the 3?
Oh,
Okay.
I've done 3, but I've done 2 with Fund My Comic, and they were incredibly bad. So, literally one backer each time, one backer, and I was like, "That's amazing!" It's like because same exact campaign, just on Fund My Comic. It's just
I mean,
my bag, man. I don't know.
no offense to them, because I commend them for actually doing the site and putting it all together, but they don't have the tech, the algorithm that Kickstarter as a giant is so basically it's Juggernaut going against an ant.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking Ant-Man.
Yeah,
but
I
I view the crowdfunding thing as more of a marketing tool than fundraising tool, and or in part fundraising, part marketing. And it's actually worked out pretty well to build audience on Fund My Comic, even though I only got one backer. I got a couple emails and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, this is great." And I did have some traction, a little bit from it, but still pretty funny. Yeah, it is just not my game on Fund My Comic. Anyway, sorry.
Okay. No worries. All right. So does anybody else have any more questions?
No.
Okay. Vaughn, you're thinking? No? Okay.
No, if I don't have to, yeah. Ask me, Michael. You can ask me anytime if you have questions for me, or if I have questions for you, I'll message you.
Sounds.
So, Vaughn,
I'll see you at that next con. Yeah.
Vaughn, do you have any suggestions for our good sir here?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the same stuff I said to Onrie. I'd say to you, do I not have you on socials? But I had you. Make sure I have you. All right, so that's one thing is getting on socials. You mentioned Fund My Comic. I don't know if you ever messaged Luke Stone about getting on his show, but I know we'll have a show when people are on there. But I would say, yeah, I mean, it's difficult, especially if you have kids. We were joking about this earlier. I can't even imagine, but I would say, like, take the time of day you have and kind of go, okay, kind of like, how can I annoy people best without making it seem like I'm annoying? Like, who can I badger? Because obviously you get out to cons, you're on this show. Clearly you're connected with some people. Try to get into as many groups as you can and just keep interrogating them the same way we're interrogating you. I feel like is the best thing.
Yeah, it's great advice for sure. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, being a part of a community definitely helps.
Several communities, don't just ruin one.
Yeah, like the more people you know, and the more people who will back you. Like basically, if you give to the community gives back. Essentially, I mean,
absolutely.
That's something. That helps. It really does. Sharing somebody's post, even if you can't back a campaign, just sharing it out helps, because then they'll be like, okay, you shared me, I'll share you. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. It's sad that kind of like it's a tit for tat situation, but I mean, it does help. But
what do you have to do?
Yeah, but there's other ways to get around that too. JD, do you have anything for Michael?
Of course.
He's like, let me tell you what I've done.
Well, I mean,
1992.
Yes, it's 1992. So, it's a bunch of suggestions. I mean, the one good thing is that you are your own illustrator, right? So you don't have to go through what I and Vaughn and Rob go through, is where we're paying artists, right? So you're doing your own stuff. I haven't looked. I mean, I've looked through your campaign, but I haven't noticed. One of the things I would suggest, because Daphne does it, and it's usually how, and I've seen other artists do it, and one of the ways they make a huge amount of money is they offer up sketch covers, sketch cards, original art. I don't know if you're doing digital or if you're doing traditional. If you have traditional pages, you can offer those pages for sale, right? Like I said, your time is tight. I don't know how you can fit that in. What I would advise is look at other artists like Daphne. I think she's charging $150 for a sketch cover, right? The other thing you can do, since you are doing your own artwork, and I don't know how far in advance you're doing stories, but you could do a level where for like $200, they could be in the background in the scene, right? That's very popular, right? Or you could even draw them on a cover where you maybe, I don't know, like you have a rabbit and you have a bunch of you have a bunch of cages with people trapped in them. They're just all flying around, and they could be people in the cages, right? Or something ridiculous like that, right? So, and you could just, $100, man, I'll put you in, right? And some people enjoy that thing. They really get a kick out of it being put in the book. So those are some of the simpler things. The other thing you can do is a remark, right? You can charge an extra $20 on the book and say, listen, I'll sign it and I'll put a remark on it, right? And the remark's just a little quick sketch, right? It should, 5 minutes, if even that long, like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
if you can draw, like even commission, like little things like that. I mean, that's a whole avenue that we don't have. Us writers, us filthy writers, we don't have access to those things.
Well, it's funny you guys mentioned that,
Signed
because the current campaign, the first 100 backers get a sketch with the
right. But you're giving that away.
Yes, I am for the first 100 backers.
Yeah. I would sell that sucker.
I would limit that even more, like scale that back to like the first 10 people get it free, the rest you got to pay.
Well, I mean, you've already offered it, but my advice is in the future, give them a trading card. It's much cheaper, and you can sell, even if you just sell 10 of them at $25, that's like $250. You know what I mean? Whereas a trading card, you could buy 500 for 30.
Yeah.
Cards,
Yeah, it's because I work panel by panel on like copy paper, and then I scan it in and compile it, that I have like a giant pile of these drawings, which is why last campaign I just shoved them in the book.
Really? But you should listen, but though, even if they're panel by panel like that, depending on the panel, you can sell those panels for $20, $25, even if it's on a 20-pound white. My artist, Matt Lunsford, so we did this book years and years ago, right? And we did a book called Dreamweavers. He would color these on 20-pound white paper, which is just regular copy paper. And I don't have them, they're not accessible at the moment. But if I was to show them to you, they're as crisp and as clean as the day he did them. So the paper holds up, right? Because most paper now is acid free. So as long as it's acid free, it'll hold up for a long, probably longer than any of us will be around. Right? so that's the thing with acid free paper. And yeah, man, I would just sell that stuff, because that stuff,
these are awesome marketing suggestions. But I was really kind of more in thinking about, like, because all of you are working with artists and writers, or working with other people to build these books, and I'm working alone, and I'm trying to figure out how do I transition from just me to a more sustainable business, more like what you guys are doing, where you're finding strategic partners, or
who says we're sustainable?
I'll let when I get there.
I should not do.
Like today, I'm doing all these medial tasks. I'm looking at flights I have to do. I'm looking on budgeting stuff. I'm like, if I could get 5 other people, I'm like, you guys do the boring stuff, please. So
and this is
I'll
the
tell
kid
you what, when I get there,
the
Michael,
guy who has
you'll
no
be the
kids.
first to know. Yeah,
like
yeah.
I got
no
3
kids.
kids, and I got a full-time job, and I'm doing this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean, I have the full-time job. I have no kids, but I have the full-time job. But I'm running 3 campaigns at a time sometimes. So
I hear you. Now, so. I think the problem for me is that doing the marketing and doing it all is that the books are taking longer, and I'm not building the audience as fast. Because there's a very long quiet period between the time that I'm marketing and the time I'm making. So I think it was like months before and I need to speed that up. So that's
kind of like what Larry was just saying, that comes with money. When you have money, you can hire others. And that suggestion about selling the original art will help you bring in more funds that you could then allocate towards somebody like a social media manager to do that for you. Or somebody, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of like what, the more you have to allocate, like for me, like obviously I'm putting everything I'm making back into this and then some. Like I'm still, putting money if I need to ahead, and then recouping it later, but it's all recycling back in. Right. So it's for me, it's like, all right, well, what can I do because money is fungible, right? So you can kind of take things from here, there, everywhere in your campaign, as long as you're making sure you're fulfilling. Again, that's the key. You fulfill first, everybody out there, because there's people out there who are still screwing people. So don't do that. But once you have enough extra funds that you could then like allocate towards other things, it's just like, okay, well, what do I need to focus in now, right? And you're right now you're talking about how you want to get more funds to get more people, but you also want to get more people. So it kind of is like, all right, well, so if I can figure out how to make the funds now with my audience to then put that towards a social media or marketing person, even if it's a part-time thing. I mean, if you get somebody like Nita Lanning, doing it part-time, like she's, if you have, but that's the right person, right? You don't want to find like one of those companies who are emailing you out of the blue, right? There are actual people who you can trust. But they're not coming to you. You know what I mean?
You have to go to them.
Yeah. So like once you find those people and you have that trusted relationship and they can handle your stuff, then you can kind of go back and start, okay, now I'm going to really focus in on the art because I got somebody who's going to market it for me. Right. So it's kind of like a catch-22. Yes. More people is very important. I find that backer count is the most important.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, but if the way you're thinking, you want to get more people to help you so that you're not just a one-man show, then that's a funding thing, right? So you kind of have to
capital,
yeah. So that, again, I think what JD was saying about original art, that's great. You have that advantage that we don't.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I would suggest like the remark stuff that you could do fast, that you can do fast. Sell it, man. Sell it.
And honestly,
yeah. I mean, you can't. Obviously, you already made a commitment on this one, but you got more in you. So
the next one, or you can come up with a whole totally different. Hey, I'll do commissions for covers, right?
Yeah.
So add that as an add-on or a tier, right? You can do that for a tier for any like one of us who's looking for cover artists, right? And your art's pretty good. I just checked out the campaign while we were kind of sitting here. So I mean, it's not like it's schlubby art. You got good art, and you could sell your services as an artist to help you. And because it doesn't necessarily always have to be a physical thing. As far as like a tier, you can have I'm going to commission my cover tier kind of thing,
So I don't want to take too much time, but I one quick question: what is your thoughts about partnering with like a publisher? Is that because depends. I know it's difficult to do, but is it more of a challenge to work with a publisher, or is it? So
basically, if you sign up with a publisher, you still have to do all the marketing.
Right.
So you're basically giving them half your money or more, depending on the deal, for you to do the same amount of work.
But you're getting the distribution.
Yeah, but distribution comes after you've built up an audience for yourself. Because really what distribution means is more money out of your pocket, because you're probably going to be the one printing that, unless it's Image or somebody bigger. But if you're working with somebody like SourcePoint or one of those sized publishers, you're going to be printing the books and they will distribute.
I will fight Robert on this one.
Well, not
fight Robert on this one. Right, because it's not everyone, right? It depends.
I didn't say everybody, but I'm saying there's a lot of them out there that
I don't know who you're dealing with, but I would say stop dealing with them. But I would suggest, Larry's good buddy, someone I'm also being published through, is Antarctic Press, right?
Right. No, I've heard
Well,
Ben.
well,
Ben,
Ben
Dunn,
Dunn. Mad
But I
cool
would say
guy.
that Ben Dunn and Antarctic is another level up. They're like
Yeah.
they're like right below Image in my mind because they've been around long enough and they
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
But the thing with
That's not the same level.
He's a brilliant
Well,
guy,
but
Ben.
But the thing, well, we could debate numbers and all that other stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff involved there, right? But the thing with Ben though is he will not stake any claims to your work, to your
Mhm.
IP. The only thing he will ask you, like if you do your book and you say, look, I got 4 issues, there's only one demand he'll have from you, and that is that you complete the series. That's it. If you want to walk away afterwards, he's gonna be like, yeah, good.
Yeah, that's the other thing is having you have to have an entire series in the bank if you even think
Right.
about working with a publisher.
Well, I guess the takeaway is that a publisher is really only beneficial if you come with your own audience, your own capital, and your own
No.
resources.
Well, if you have the entire story done and printed or
Yeah.
ready to be printed and they like it, then yeah, if it's say like in the case of Ben and Antarctic Press, they will print your books if they like your stuff and you have an entire story done.
Right.
Mhm.
And you don't have to put any money to that. Like Ben covers printing, he's gonna cover distribution, he's gonna cover all that stuff. But he is
That's
gonna
also
take
at his discretion whether he likes it or not.
correct. And I think you have something that he would enjoy. I do.
Yeah,
I
I know. I'm
feel
just curious about the whole.
Yeah.
I'm still learning the ecosystem because I've always looked at it from as a reader, as a kid, and now as
Mhm.
just a guy with midlife crisis making a comic book. I don't know. So like, where do I fit in? And like, now I'm like just one guy with this book, so I'm trying to navigate that landscape. But I let you guys on to the next.
The thing that I would tell you to watch out for is when you do end up like if you end up with some of these bigger companies, pick one. It doesn't really matter. What you got to watch out for is those people who are going to try to, when you read the contract, it says, oh yeah, well we'll own the IP for throughout time and space, or they'll own 50% of the IP and your logo and the title. When you see stuff like that,
you run.
Yeah, you have to be. And here's the other thing: you cannot ever put your heart into publishing with somebody, like a specific company, because they will run over you and they will take advantage. You got to be willing to walk away at any time. You got to be willing to be like, yeah, good. It was nice talking to you. Bye. I had a guy approach me a while ago when I was doing Tall Tales Daphne. That's the only thing I was doing at the time. And he says, man, I really love this. I'll take it off your hands for 50%. And I was like, man, I was like, that's really interesting. Send me an email. Where that email went. But anyway. Those are the things you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
So, but if you're gonna go the publisher route, I would always suggest trying Ben specifically, because I think that your book would fit in.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand. Like I said, just trying to understand the ecosystem a bit better from getting into it. But yeah, this is good stuff.
All right, cool. All right. So, did we help even a little?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this has been great. I'm having a lot of fun too.
All right, cool. Vaughn.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. A lot of these questions are perpetual questions that I, of course, have myself that have been answered. But I guess kind of a different spin on it I want to ask is, how do I get close with more people in terms of I'm getting my books out? Let's say I'm always trying to advertise to new people. How do I get more people to spend that money when they see it? How do I get more people to really back on my book? Because now that I have eyes on it, I want to get that backer number up and I want to keep it going. How do I really get people to close it?
Okay. Who has questions? Michael, do you have a question for Vaughn?
I'm trying to think of a question. Other than you have mailing list, you have a marketing apparatus in place that's working.
Oh yeah.
I assume.
Oh yeah.
It seems, the campaign looks fantastic, so
Thank
I
you.
assume you do, because it's really great. And I know you do cons. I see Vaughn at cons like all the time. So
Oh yeah, he's constantly going.
No, I mean, I really kind of don't. I'm curious to know, what the other questions would be that you guys would have, because I'm not really sure myself.
Okay. All right. So you want to know how to basically what you're asking is that you want to know how you can get more people to jump on in general, or on Kickstarter, or at cons. Like, I guess which is, or all of the above.
Yeah, I mean, I guess no. My mindset is when it comes to Kickstarter specifically, right? Since I'm promoting that, because people want to promote, they want to look at both. How do I better get people who are seeing my Kickstarter? Okay, you're on the page. How do I get them to back? Like, how do I get them to really close the deal fast, or like really secure those backer numbers? Not just the sharing it out and hoping someone will back, but like, how do I really? What's the fastest way to close the deals is what I'm wondering.
I mean, I have to be honest with you, Vaughn. Like, you're doing a lot of the things you're supposed to be doing already.
No,
seriously, like no joke. Like, you do it a hell of a lot better than I do, because I'm like, yeah, I just throw it up and whatever, and I'm barely on social media. So the thing, like I said, I see you doing everything correctly. There's only one thing that I think you could do, because I know, you've been in touch with various professionals, right? Like you got it covered by Buzz, right?
Oh, the man.
I've known Buzz for like 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, Buzz is the man. Man, cool. I haven't seen him in like 5 years, but but it's been a while because I haven't been to a show. But I think one of the things you can leverage, since you're at so many shows.
Are we in the answers? Or are we no longer?
Oh yeah, because you have questions. You had a question?
No, I honestly, I think I'm ready, because I was looking at his page, and I have a lot of page suggestions.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I'm like, because I'm of the mind. I'm like, because I look at his page and I'm like, well, you're doing it's you. I've heard
he's doing you, and he's not doing
right
what he wants.
You're doing everything, like, by what I see, you're doing everything correctly, right? And the only things that I can see that you can leverage is some of these professionals that maybe trying to get them to do more covers, or even do if I don't know if your story would have the latitude for it, do a crossover mini story with them, right? Maybe that you would write, they would draw, whatever you understand, however you got to mix that up, so that you can bring a bigger spotlight onto your work, right? The other thing I would suggest is, if you can get it, because you're at shows, you're obviously coming across editors. I don't know if you've ever pitched yourself as a writer to some of these other platforms. But you can get into Dynamite. You could get into one of these other companies doing IPs. Obviously you can get into Marvel and DC. You don't do that. But if you can get into a place like Dynamite or one of these other companies, that's something because I hear Barucci is pretty easy to approach, when it comes down to that sort of thing. So,
all right. I mean, he's a Jersey guy too, right? Or is he Philly?
I think he's Jersey.
Okay. I don't know how I've never seen him. Like, maybe if he doesn't do shows, then
if he doesn't do shows, you're never going to see him.
Then I'll find him then he might as well be in space. I'm not going to his house.
Well, one of the things you might be able to do, though, is if you're in Jersey, you find he's in Jersey, he has an office. They have offices, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been, when Neil Adams was around, God rest his soul, I went up to the continuity offices. You can go sometimes visit.
Did you meet Buzz there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I met Buzz when we were in high school.
Oh, really?
That's how long I've known him. Yes.
Oh, wow.
We were both, I think he was my friend who went to school with him. he was a junior, and Buzz I think was a senior.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. But sometimes you can make a visit to the office and maybe talk to an editor, and maybe they'll introduce you, walk you around. And with that type of thing, you like you were telling Onrie, you kind of have to be a pest.
Mm-hmm.
You have to constantly say, I got an idea for this, I got an idea for this, I got an idea for this. And the more obscure characters you pick of theirs from their library, I think would be best, right? Because they own what is the Chaos Comics?
Not
characters.
just Vampirella and Red Sonja. I gotta
Right.
do.
But they also they own the Chaos Comics characters. Look into some of them. The sexier ones would probably be the easier pitches.
Oh yeah.
And then pitch those. Like come up with some ideas and just keep pitching those because they own it. And I don't think it'll cost so much to produce a book. And if they see there's value in it, they'll obviously pick you up, and you'll be able to attach yourself to that, and then carry forward.
Awesome.
Yeah. But it's a road though. It's a road. It's a tough one. I'm not gonna tell you it's easy.
Well, I'm in comics. Easy is a term that has disappeared.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right. JD, are you good?
It's if you got your critiques of my campaign page, right?
I'm right. Get a paper.
Oh
pen.
yeah, Rob, go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, all right. Yes, you have a lot of good-looking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not knocking the page. Good-looking covers. All that, right? You know what I don't know?
What?
If I never met you, I wouldn't know who the hell you were.
Who I am? Okay.
There's no who you are. There's no why you're doing it. There's no why you love this story. The only thing you have for your team is this very tiny little box that has all these tiny little pictures with these tiny little names.
Okay.
No, sir. No, you want to tout your team. You want to put their bios on there. You want to put links to their stuff. Because one, that also gives them incentive to share your stuff because you're sharing their stuff. So your team, your preview pages are like, there's like 2 or 3 there, maybe, but no lettering. How do people want to trust that you got a good letterer? You know what I mean? Like you have over 200 people. That's great. You've done 4 campaigns. That's good. You've probably generated a lot of that from the names on your covers, from your going to cons, which is something you should definitely leverage for sure. I mean, you should always be like, when you're at a con, be like, hey, my next issue is going on Kickstarter, or it's on Kickstarter, right? Even if they bought just one there, or if they bought the first 3, like just get them to that Kickstarter no matter what. Be like, listen, I'm probably not coming back to this con next year. It might be a couple years, or I might not be back. Who knows? If you want to continue the series, get on my list, join, right? Mm-hmm. So, but when it comes to the campaign, when you're looking for new people on the platform who have never met you, you want to give you basically are not only are you selling your book, you're selling yourself, right? They want to know, like, the cover game works for us if we sell ourselves with it as well, because one, the collectors want to come and collect, but they also want to buy from somebody they know, like, and trust. If they only see dollar amounts with cover art, they're gonna walk unless it's a not safe campaign. That's where a lot of people, I think, who make a lot of covers and go in with a story that's safe for work get that misconception. The cover game all over the campaign only works for not safe campaigns. They don't really care who the writer is at that point. They're just like, ooh, I like them boobs. You know what I mean?
So when you say cover game, just so cover game.
So like where you have your covers all over your page, right? You don't have like kind of like actual like tiers marked out or anything. You just kind of have like the big pictures of your covers.
Yeah.
And then like who they are. But like that's a thing, and you don't have a lot of other content. Think of Kickstarter like a giant search engine.
Okay.
So there's not a lot of text on your campaign, and this is also why it's nice to have like who you are, your team, you know, all that kind of stuff, like actual text on a campaign, not in an image, because people, when they're searching in the search bar, you know, whether they're looking for you specifically or not, if it's a search term, you're going to get pulled up, right? But back to the cover game, what I'm saying is, like, when you only show 90% of your pages covers, that only really works if you're not safe for work campaign. Safe for work, you got to work harder. You know what I mean? You gotta put yourself out there. You got, you know what I mean?
Cover game, as in covers are easier to sell when it's an SFW.
Yes, unless you got really great art. But again, that you don't want that to be your entire main focus on your page. For you specifically and us, because we are all safe for work.
Otherwise, so covers easier to sell if NSFW, otherwise need to promote more than covers.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, because I'm used to being like, I'm like an afterthought. I'm like, yeah, me, what about my book? But now I'm understanding that it's like, that's me in my head, you know.
And just like I said to Onrie, because you do the same thing. You're good at selling at cons. You're good to selling on here.
Where you can see my face.
Right. You need to be able to say who you are and why they trust you, right? Obviously, you have 4 issues, so people can trust that you've been doing this. You have 200 backers, that's something people can trust. However, it still is like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? And your team, like, who's the artist? I don't even know who, like I said, you got that little block down there. I'm like, who's the artist on the book? Who's the artist on the covers? You know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to have something. So like, if you go to my campaign, I mean, you can scroll for days on mine, but I have everything blocked out specifically for a reason, the way I do it. And the other thing too, that you should be able to capitalize on, because you have sold so many books at cons and you've done several Kickstarters, is you have no social media or no social proof that people own your book. Get pictures of people holding your book. When they're at a campaign, take a picture of them holding it. Or like when you're sending out your surveys, be like, hey, does anybody, will let somebody, would you be interested in taking a picture holding your book so I can put you on the next campaign to show, for me, like, I call my backers my wolf pack. I have a bunch of pictures of, like, it's a GIF, like a bunch of people on my campaign, right? You could do the same thing. You have, I'm sure you have a community inside your book that you could kind of cultivate, that your readers are these people as well, right?
Yeah, that's another thing too. I'm like, Vaughn Marion just did the 600th Green Lantern issue, and here I am just like, oh, he's Vaughn Marion. You guys know who he is. Well, I mean, that's kind of, I have him on my campaign. I didn't once write that. So now I'm looking at it from like outside of my narrow headspace, and I'm like, so thank you. This has been helpful.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things like tout everything, anything that is like, the page is your biggest marketing tool, right? People can just go there on the cuff and and if they see all the touch points, they'll be like, oh yeah, oh that's cool, really? Oh man, this kid knows what he's doing, and he's this young. Damn, you know what I mean? Like, for real, I wish I could go back in time and have Kickstarter when I was your age. And I'm sure the 3 of us agree to that.
Yeah. I'd still screw it up.
But my point is like, at his age though, like, he has a long time to screw it up and figure it out. Right. I mean, but my point is like, people want to see those things to make them feel comfortable, as well as like, wow, this has got a lot of great stuff. And as JD said, you have a lot of networking that from cons that you can leverage too. Like, if you basically give them your first issue, like Billy Tucci, have him read your shit and then give a pull quote.
I've tried. I have a quote from him. But I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm sure it's good.
Okay, well, so maybe since he's not as responsive, but a lot of other people. You have me, you have Onrie, you have JD. We may not be big names like Billy Tucci, but in the Kickstarter community, we have names.
Yeah,
right?
I should do that. So yeah, if any of you guys want digital copies,
I mean, for real, man. Like, seriously, reach out to any of your peers, any of your already existing audience who has your books. Be like, is there somebody who's like a couple people who have religiously backed all 4 of your campaigns?
Yeah, I have. I used so many quotes from issue 3, and then I was just in such a rush because I was for the conventions.
Don't be an Onrie. No.
That's not exactly what he said.
I know. Yeah,
his quote is much more expansive.
Right.
But I'm like, hey, Billy, did you actually read my books yet? And he's like, I don't have time. I'm like, all right, which is fair, you know.
I mean, no, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, he is
He's pretty
busy. He is a
busy,
busy
yeah.
man. But there are people in the different levels who've read it.
You guys are very kind.
I hope Buzz read it.
You guys are very kind because I call bullshit to that every time. So you're too busy to read a comic book? Bullshit. Because I guarantee you spent 3 hours watching TV or scrolling on your phone. You could have read my fucking comic book, lazy bastards. Because I listen, I read a lot of comics. You know what I mean? I read a lot of them. So it's like, I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Everybody has time. Everybody has 15 minutes. I don't give a shit. You know? Very unforgiving about that. Fuck that. I was like, don't tell me you're too busy. You're not the CEO of Disney. The CEO of Disney is busy. The CEO of Ford Motor Company is busy. You are not busy. Okay? Unless you have 19 kids and they're all 2 years old. All right, then you're busy. But aside from that, you're not really busy. Sorry. There's my rant.
And I will rebut you. I am busy, sir. I will only read it if somebody's asking.
Go read a damn comic. I don't care if you're sitting on the toilet. Go read a damn comic.
I gotta say, when I really dig this branding, Rebel Oasis, where'd you come up with that? That's awesome.
Well, I came up with that. First of all the names I was coming up with were taken. Like all Torchlight Studios, Torchfire Studios, all these other ones were taken. And I had my friend basically was interrogating me. He's like, what's something that means something to you? Why do you create this? He was kind of doing like this. What does it mean to you? And I kept digging down and I'm like, you know what? Well, I want to create something like I'm away. Like I'm just doing my own thing. I'm sick of all labels, companies, whatever. I just want to do my own thing and have a nice place where people can escape. So kind of like, and then I was like, it's like kind of rebel and it's kind of like, and I kind of like, oh, this is a rebel oasis where it's like you get to escape and just, this is our own thing. And I don't mean like I'm
anywhere. Have you promoted? Have you exactly this story? Have you put this in an email? Have you put this on social media? Have you promoted that anywhere? Telling about you. This is the
probably
stuff
years ago when I first founded it, and then I was like, "This is boring. No one cares about this anymore." Apparently, people do. Apparently, people do.
Matter. People love back information. They love your origin stories. Use it. Capitalize on it.
There you go. Well, Vaughn, did any of that help?
Absolutely. I'm literally taking notes.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
man of my word, I said I was going to take notes, and I'm taking notes.
If I had a critique, I'd say the website. I mean, he doesn't even say anything about the Kickstarter on it. And I feel like you could like really kind of capitalize on this branding and this whole concept that you have of Rebel Oasis and really blow out the site to something like super cool. Awesome. It looks like the site's fine, but it's fine, right? Like I feel like there's missed opportunity here.
All right. Yeah. Again, this is if I could have a team, I could be like, someone you're good at websites, you do, but we have to learn everything.
Yeah.
So, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very, very true. So
yeah.
Vaughn, this was good for you?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. So let's pull up Conrad Van Cottonmouth.
Oh, that's my favorite. Nice. Oh, look at that.
Very nice. So Michael, please walk us through this.
Well, it's the story about a rabbit that gets captured by aliens and becomes super smart. This is the third book. It gets a little dark in this book from the previous two books. But as you can see, as you're mentioning as I mentioned before, you get the free sketch, first 100 backers. I am actually selling inked pages, the final ink pages. So this one, I kind of broke it down to like affordable tier, mid tier, and then whale tier, like the larger tier for people who can afford it. So I kind of, because my audience, I'm still growing audience, that I spread it out among these tiers. And as you can see, some of the interior pages, and this time I am also printing these postcards. So the idea is that at the end of book 2, Conrad and this main character, Amanda, decide to just travel the world together because he can teleport. And so these are postcards from their like locations and stuff.
Nice.
And there is an oracle that foretells the future of how this rabbit's going to save the world. And there's government agents that are trying to figure out how to tap into this rabbit that can do, these crazy things, but no one can seem to be able to control him because he is just basically a rabbit. The story is kind of like how the aliens just dumped this weird technology on us, and we can't figure out what to do with it. It's like in our ridiculous world, a teleporting rabbit kind of makes sense. And it's a 4-star. It's a 4-part arc. So my original plan was to break it into 4 books. Each book is about 40 pages, and then at the end of the 4th book, I'm going to compile it into a 1 trade paperback or graphic novel. But it'll just complete this 1 story arc. The story can continue, but the idea is definitely just to kind of put this together in 4 books into 1. After I've spent some time kind of building.
And then when you have those 4 books, you can go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what you can do. Very nice. So, all right. So you said you got the 4 issues.
Well, 3. I have 3. I'm on 3 now. I'm making 4 now.
All right. Well, that's an interesting question. How long do you think before you get to that 4th one? Like, what's your schedule looking like?
It's looking good.
It's like at the first.
It's actually on the wall in front of me. I have it all laid out, so it's getting there.
So he's already started. So that's a good sign.
Yeah. It's I can't show you, but it's like right there. I've got it all figured out. I'm drawing it now, so it should get done fairly quickly. I'm working on it now. So
okay.
I'm hoping to get this one out faster than I got book 3 out. So I'm sure I will. I think I got some free time now that I could definitely do it.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I mean, but the book looks awesome, and I definitely suggest that to anybody. And we'll take a deeper dive on Sunday.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And the books are already printed. I already sent them off, and they're in my basement right now, so they're ready to go.
JD, is this Sunday the one that I'm, or is it the 26th? The 26th, right?
Yeah, this Sunday.
It is this Sunday, isn't it?
It is this Sunday. Yes, it is. Yeah.
All
right. So yeah, man, great looking book.
Thanks.
Everybody, go buy a copy, damn it. Now.
Do it.
Do it
now.
Clicky. Get the book.
Quick. All right.
Thank you very much, by the way.
Oh no, listen, man. It's a great looking book. It deserves, all the press it can get. Thanks. So now, Vaughn, what are we looking at?
Yes, I was literally adjusting because it's like I have the link on my website if you click the issue 4 cover, but it's like, why would anyone think of that? So I was literally, while you were doing that, I was taking your suggestion and I was like, anyway, I'll fix that later. So this is Phenomenova. It's a superhero story set 20 years after World War III. In the first 3 issues, we followed Galvanite as he got struck by lightning and tries to become a hero with his own makeshift costume and stop a heist reactor. We see him begin his training. We also see the team's perspective as they tried to stop the reactor heist. And things didn't go very well. And now we're basically recuperating. Miles is taking the chance to really get things right this time. And he wants to redeem himself in the eyes of this team that he's been training to join and prove himself once and for all. We're really bringing everything and everyone together in this issue this is what it's all been building towards, is Phenomenova as a team coming together, Galvanite joining the team. And so it's a really exciting issue. We're basically kind of concluding this first story arc, or the first part of the story arc, whatever you want to call it. It's a really exciting issue. And I am very excited. We also do have a fan art contest that is ending soon. If you have any artists in the chat that want to submit, the winner gets their piece in the book. Yeah, there we go. We got the first 3 issues on the campaign. We have that splash page everyone liked so much that especially me, and I was like, all right, that's a mini print as well. Screw it, I have the art already. Then we have another mini print featuring some other indie comics characters. So that one is also available as an add-on. And then we've got more. You could get stickers, of course, and then whatever issue 3 variant covers, because they're always limited, were left from the Kickstarter that were at the fulfillment center. I'm like, don't ship them to me. Throw them on the campaign, because we're going to go right into issue 4. So if you want to get any of those covers you might have missed for issue 3, knock yourself out. And if we hit 20K, we will get a stretch goal trading card. And the thing is, you might say, oh, that seems unattainable. Crazier things have happened, and I've gotten close to that most times before. I have not had a single day where I haven't had new backers come in, and we're at the midpoint. So if you want back this book, keep it up in the algorithm, and you will be rewarded in kind.
All right, very nice, very nice. And you have, I think, 15 more days.
15 more days. Yeah. 15 more days, and we're so close to 7,000. So every little bit helps. My OCD, it's really bothering me. We were literally like $8 away at the start of the stream, and you know what? Someone pulled out during this stream. I'm gonna blame you. No, I'm kidding. Oh,
It's because you didn't sell yourself.
it's like yeah, Yelp review for. I'm like, I lost money during this stream.
Terrible.
No, it's been great.
Thanks for professionals.
All right. Very nice. But here we go. Rob. Mr. Multari.
Yeah. So this is Snowpaw Volume 1. This collects the first 4 issues of Snowpaw. Plus, now we have all 4 short stories added to the book. They were stretch goals by guest writers. And so we got 16 additional story pages. It's got pinup art, all kinds of great stuff. So it's a total of 152 pages. And it has a hardcover with a faux leather and die cut that I designed myself. So you can consider me a cover artist now, as well as a gorgeous soft cover by the illustrator Mog Park.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. We're not going to go through the whole thing because, yes, we can scroll for 3 days. All right. This is not that show. We'll do this on Sunday. All right. But look, you're doing great. You got 233 backers. You got 16 days to go. You're 14K. You know, you're always killing it. So, you know, great job.
Thank you.
Very nice. Real quick, let's pull up Adventure Finders by Rod Espinoza. This is a book that I'm actually working with Rod to put out because I'm kind of like the de facto publisher of this, but it's Rod Espinoza. He's out of the Philippines, so he can't do any Kickstarters. So we're doing it for him. And this is...
He's printing the book, not JD. Ah!
What? I didn't catch that. What? But issues 1 through 5 of his Adventures Finder series. I believe there's going to be 3 more books after this one, but this is the first, and it's a 240-page book, so it's kind of chunky. We're offering it in trade paperback. We're offering it as a hardcover. We also have like signed book plates, and we have remarked book plates that are available, so you can go check that out. And yeah, man, and we're doing
a crossover.
Crossover print, yes, with Rob. So if you back his campaign, you back our campaign, you will get a print. All right, and this print was done by Rod Espinoza. So there you go.
You get a print.
Exactly. Everybody gets a print. You know, real quick, I'm running my Magi's Grace issues 1 through 3. This is a catch-up campaign. So this campaign is already ran and fulfilled, but we're doing it again because we're crazy like that. I got a few new covers.
That actually works.
I'm doing a few more covers, and these are them. This is by Mannix Francisco, and we have another cover by More Arnie, and I know I'm destroying this person's name. And this is a cover that Rod Espinoza was very kind enough to do for us for this campaign. So it was really cool. And we have our Lena die covers, and we have covers by other individuals in there as on the stretch goals. And these are some of the interior pages by C. Michael Lanning, the series artist and my partner in crime. And look, there's a picture, and there's a picture. Anyway, so
and there's blurbs.
And there's blurbs, yes. And so go check it out. Thank you. All right, we made it. We made it to the end of the show. Thank you, gentlemen. This was awesome. Miss Onrie, that was great. But let's start with Michael. Michael, please, where can we find you and your work, sir?
You could find me at conradvancottonmouth.com and are on Kickstarter. But everything that you need to find me is on that website. Social media, Kickstarter link, everything.
All right, cool. Vaughn, where can we find you and your work, sir?
Yes, you could find me on my just updated website. Thank you. I literally just added a box that says back to Kickstarter. You click on that. So if you click at the image or the anyway, thank you so much. I'm already applying the advice. You can go check me out on my website. Check me out on my YouTube channel. Looks like I'll be having this guy Onrie on tomorrow. Seems like so. Just search my name on there. You can find, of course, my Kickstarter. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
All right, cool, Mr. Rob.
Yeah, you can find me pretty much on any social platform at Lone Wolf Comics. I'm only really actually active on Facebook, X, and Instagram. You could also find me on those three at Rob Multari. Snowpaw.lonewolfcomics.com is the short link to the very long Kickstarter link that I'm not going to repeat out. And lonewolfcomics.com is my website. Yeah, so there you go.
All right, cool.
And JD, where can they find you, sir?
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those different places. Every other week here with Rob, on Sunday nights with Jay and Tom and a few others. And obviously Michael is joining us this weekend. Rob is joining us this weekend. Vaughn was here last weekend, so everybody can join it. And Onrie will be on in a couple weeks. So yeah, so you can join us there. And just remember, everybody, please check out the show notes. The show notes has links to all of these campaigns. Please click on those links. Buy these books. These are awesome creators creating awesome books, impassioned creators, all right? Like doing great work, right? So please, if you're tired of all the stuff coming out of all these other companies that's just like not making it, these are the guys you want to support. So go buy their books. Click on those links. And just remember, everybody, read more indie comics, especially ours. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.